Okay, I have gifts. I'm a Greek bearing gifts.
Wow.
Okay, so
Holy craparola. It's a battery bonanza.
what is your size? I forget. And I'm not, and you know I'm not what I'm talking about, right?
Magnum.
Oh, okay. Are these your size?
Yes, they
That's
are.
for you, young man.
Wow. That's going to take us well into 2020.
I just was thinking
Battery
more.
bonanza from Andy Kindler.
Then I have little teeters. What are they called?
I don't know. He has teeters, apparently.
Oh,
are those? Yeah.
baby teeters.
Yeah, I bought some of those this week, too.
I am just crazy about it.
Yeah.
You know, knock me down and call me alpha dog. I'm not high. Maybe
Yeah, you're a little high.
a little high from earlier.
Yeah.
Maybe a little high from earlier.
When I say earlier, I mean
10 minutes
outside.
ago. When I say earlier, I mean, do you count as I'm walking up the front walk with a hookah?
A hookah.
Am I smoking too much if I walk around with a hookah?
It depends. Is it just the hose that you're leading from your house? Or is it
That would be a joke.
The whole thing.
That would be like, they call me no, this is for me, so don't get too hungry. All right?
All right, it's not a battery bonanza. It's a battery soiree.
Now I do feel bad. For like a half a second, I kind of feel bad. But these are...
You got me the biggest available pack of...
I thought I was getting
premium,
triple A's.
the good shit.
All right, we're good. We're good.
You just got double A's.
You know what? They say that this isn't interesting on the radio,
They're right.
but what they don't factor in... Good evening, Josh.
Hi, Andy. How are you?
Talk about the way it's nice that I come over here. I don't waste your time. I may come over a little bit late, but then I'm lagging behind the time ready to start. You could call it a stall tactic.
A lot of dallying.
I like that shirt. People on the internet have been saying no. I say give it a shot. I like that shirt a lot.
Thank you.
But I do feel mixed feelings about not taking my sweatshirt off.
Well, you asked, is it a mistake to take this off? And I said yes.
All right. Well,
You could phrase it a different way. You might get a different answer.
I have to commit.
Would you like to take your sweatshirt off?
You know, now it's a shtick. I don't want anything as a shtick. As you know, Josh.
You're leaving town tomorrow, so I'm already feeling like I'm living on borrowed mental time.
This is the big week, folks. I don't know, like I'm talking to you. No one's here. Hey, folks. If you do come over, please be quiet. This is now, first of all, they say it's a cliche. In general, they say it's a cliche, but the year's gone fast, but it has gone tremendously fast, right?
Very fast.
Or is that what old-timey people do like me? I can't believe it.
Well, I think it's certainly true that the older you get, the faster it gets.
Why? I have so little time left.
Because it represents each year represents a smaller percentage of your life.
I wish I could treasure these minutes because there's more life.
Well, we're taping them. You don't need to treasure them.
Okay. Because 20 years from now, I'm going to look back and go, remember, where will I be?
You won't start it with remember, I assure you that.
You know, you have the vim and vigor of a person who's younger.
It all lines up.
I don't know. I never thought I'd be who I am now, Mr. Age Jokes. I'll probably put out a book about aging. Just so you, hey, what haven't I thrown out or something? I haven't written it yet.
A placeholder book.
Yeah, it's going to be if you find that your back hurts a lot in the morning, you just might be getting old. Well, then you just might be getting old. You just might be elderly. If your heart gets a little excited when you see a hover around, I get tired just thinking about it. But that's what Jeff Foxworthy is probably doing right now.
Yes.
He can never do that bit again.
If you pee more often than you use the same punchline, you might be getting old.
You might be getting old. All right. This is not a tab. Did I tell you that God friended me this week? I can't get that name out of my head.
I could tell that was going to stick in your craw.
It's not even sticking in my craw.
It clearly is.
Because it's still a jolt to see it.
Yeah.
At 8:30, God friended me at 9 ER, 9:30 medical center. Can you believe medical centers?
Wow. Just came back just for your bit.
Do you remember Medical Center?
I remember that it existed. I never watched it.
Who? Yeah,
That was Chad Everett?
Exactly. He was a... Now, what is this show?
I believe that was the show that caused my brother to self-dub himself Chad.
Oh, wow.
Because he was born Charles. And at like age 3 or 4, he just decided I'm Chad and told everybody to call him that, and it worked.
Oh, my God. Does he know you're out here throwing down?
He still has, it's not like he hides the fact that his name is Charles, but I think he was trying to head off Chucky or Chuck or
At what age?
Chaz.
At what age is he doing this?
3 or 4, but
he can't.
No, but he was like a
Leaning
middle-aged banker at age 3 or 4. He was crazy, mature.
I took it from the group, the singing duo.
Chad Mitchell?
Yeah, Chad and Jeremy.
Oh, that's different than the Chad Mitchell trio.
You know what? I think this is where I kind of wish there was an FCC that can move in and say, look, guys, get off of this crap. Well, we're going to wrap it up. Hey, are we doing pirate podcasting? We're like pirates?
No, we're not. We are mainstream as it can be.
I like names that are co-opted and then just blunted to no use at all.
Such as?
Adam Carolla, when he used to call his thing pirate radio. There's no pirate radio. It was just radio in his basement.
But he went, arr, a lot.
First of all, I wish I knew more about pirates other than the cliches.
Welcome to pirate radio, mateys.
Oi.
Bark, it's 8 o'clock. Bark.
I think ocean going, I think you'll agree with me on this, is it really overrated?
Ocean going in general?
Yeah. And the whole idea of building a life out there like Love Boat or something, it's nowheresville, man.
You're not a seafarer?
No, and that's why I'm not ended up a Scientologist.
Or a cruise ship act.
Sometimes that comes together. Okay, now all I can think
Imagine Andy on a Scientology cruise.
Now I'm going to have
It might sound a little something.
Like this.
Like this.
Hey, excuse me. Are you clear? Well, I'm just, because you're not, you look expressionless. I'm trying to find out, hey, are you clear or you just don't like my act?
I used Clear to get on the plane. Is that the same thing?
I really wish it was. Because there was a time period, or maybe still is, when you had your 12-step programs. They were wrapped up. Some of them were wrapped, not 12-step programs, but some addiction thing was run through Scientology.
Yeah.
And there was another one called Cinemac or some weird thing. You know, my Cinemet? I'm mixing up a Parkinson's drug with the name of there was a guy who used to be very angry.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here. I'm going to kick your ass. Not
Warner Earhart? Like Est?
Yeah, maybe like Est.
The Forum?
The Forum, I know. That one I feel is so creepy.
Yeah.
Because
the Forum is just Est.
Right. But the Forum sounds like a corporate version of something, you know?
Yeah.
I know some people have been in it.
So do I.
You do?
Yes.
Not anybody that I have to see again recently.
I don't think so, no. There aren't a lot of people who it made me like them more.
But someone said to you, hey, or has anyone ever said to you, have you checked out Tony Robbins, or is anything like that snuck up on you? Like, I don't know anybody who... I don't expect anybody I know to like Deepak Chopra. And I'm not saying you think it's because what's his background?
My wife likes Eckhart Tolle a lot.
I know. I don't like him, and I understand why people do. He's kind of a thing that I don't want. It's like the movie Lost in America. I should never have used a celebrity as a dividing line.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to argue against... I don't want anybody who likes him to feel bad.
No, well,
and
we're comics, so anybody who's up there talking, saying they know everything,
right?
We're immediately up their ass. It's just not for us.
Well, first of all, if it takes a blowhardy to know a blowhardy,
absolutely,
right? I know what's going on.
At least we're blowhardy with punchlines.
That's the thing that does bother me about certain things that are neither acts nor comedians nor.
Speakers, just speakers. Yeah.
The speaker.
There's a whole world of speakers out there.
I would like to be a member of the...
You're never going to be a member of the speakers.
Bureau? No. I don't want to be a speaker.
No.
Well, first of all, I'm bad at those type of speeches.
Well, you get one good speech a year.
Yeah, and even that
that's a
agonize
meltdown.
about.
Imagine doing it for a living.
Right, and under worse conditions. These are the conditions I'm doing are favorable conditions.
No, yeah. Imagine sober people in the day.
Right. And they're not, but the corporate thing, I don't know. I've only done a couple of them. Maybe I've even, just a couple. You've done some, right?
I did some years and years ago.
Can I ask you a question? No, Andy. Why don't you? No. Hey, how about these people say, can I ask you a question, Choo-Choo?
Please phrase it in the form of a declarative sentence only.
Yes, if you're dealing with Aristotelian logic. Is to me, Giuliani is mixing up two jokes, maybe. The joke is, he may throw me under the bus, and this could be the joke. Luckily, I have very good insurance for that. That's a joke.
Yeah.
But he's saying, threw me up on the bus, but don't worry, I got insurance.
Yeah.
I've got photos in my vault. That's not...
No, he's trying to play the insurance entendre, I think. Because he can just say, I meant health insurance because of the bus on me. But what he's really saying is, you don't want to see inside my briefcase, Mr. Trump.
Yeah, but in neither case is it funny, though, or
no,
a
it's
joke.
not funny, but
I'm being sarcastic.
At what point? When in the last 10 years has Rudy Giuliani hit the mark?
I still love that on one of the things where he butt dialed, he's saying to the one guy, "Speak to Ricardo. He can get me $5 million
Right.
or something."
The one thing we're short of is money.
Yeah, speak to Alfred. Speak to someone about the money.
Right.
How many times a day? If that's what he butt dials and says, how many times a day does he say, I need $5 million
Imagine
from...
what his fingers are doing.
Yes. I don't want to imagine that. Mm-hmm. But this is really... I think we're heading towards it's going to be a nice Thanksgiving. I don't know how I'm going to deal with my non-existent family that supports Trump. I couldn't do it. Could you do it? You don't have to do it, right?
No, I have an uncle that fires Trump things at me on Twitter, and I kind of ignore him.
That's good.
I have to, because it's that or,
Please.
Tell my uncle he's a dipshit.
Or unsubscribe from your uncle. Is he someone who's like a nice person?
Yeah, he's a nice person, but he's also a kind of guy who likes to call into talk shows and sports talk shows.
Hey, let me tell you something. First time, long time. The Raiders suck. Hey, the Jets won this week. It was a beautiful week for me. I woke up on Sunday, and the Jets won. It meant nothing. We're mathematically still available, I think, but
I don't think so.
maybe not.
I'd be surprised.
I know I'd be surprised. Well, how are they changing basketball? Because I don't want to have to read articles about it.
It's just all proposals at this point.
Is it going to be a shorter season?
Not by much, really.
Oh, 78 games is what I heard.
Yeah, but they were talking about like an in-season tournament. I'm not exactly sure what the ramifications are. That
sounds terrible.
Sounds to me like
money.
The time that star players sit down for a couple weeks and rest.
Right, I see. You're already thinking about the out.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to going back. I'm not looking forward to going back east. Yes, I am.
How could you? I mean, yeah, it sounds great.
How dare you? How dare you? But my mom's looking forward to it, us coming. And I'm doing a gig.
You're doing 2 gigs?
2 gigs.
Philly and New York.
Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving.
You're pitching the trip in a very melancholy tone, I have to say.
I shouldn't do that because I'm actually looking forward to the trip. I have less anxiety than I normally have, even though I have vomited since I last saw you.
Yeah. Multiple times?
No, just once.
Yeah.
And
related to?
The one place that has the food that I ordered for that one night, the Thai food.
Yeah.
My feeling is that I got caught between you paid for the food, you have to eat the food, and if you don't eat enough, you're going to get anxious. I went too far in the direction of that. You got to shove the food down your gullet.
Yeah.
Stupid. And then it's the third night. It was probably still good, but keep eating it. Keep eating it. Keep eating pad thai like you're an idiot.
Okay.
And I got sick.
So yeah, well that wasn't a anxious vomit.
It was. It seemed that I don't
the
remember.
eating may have been anxious driven.
I think it was. I think it is.
But the vomiting seems like it was.
No, I had to get it out.
Biological rather than psychological.
That's what my wife is. My wife has backed you up on that. And I woke up the next day. I took care of myself. I did a call-in session.
If you eat like a raccoon,
it's unbelievable. It's every reason why I continued eating was wrong.
Yeah,
it was the old "you can't waste food," the depression thinking mentality. It's this is the last night I can eat it, and then there's oh God, it was just so terrible. The whole thing was terrible.
I love how the depression mentality for you is guy with depression.
How do you mean? I'm misusing the word?
Huh?
Am I misusing the word?
Well, you meant it was I was going again for a double meaning.
That's too much. If you're going to go for a double meaning.
Depression mentality would mean you're cheap because you lived during the Depression.
Right.
Right.
I'm
flipping it on its ear.
What are you saying?
You have a depression mentality because you're a guy who's depressed.
Well, that's also good, too. But why are you said something very negative about me and the depression. I forgot what you just said, though.
Well, then why would
you said I got
back?
knocked down.
Why would I go back? No, what are you talking about?
Here's Joe Biden. Here's Joe Biden's whole...
No, I want to hear what I said that offended you.
You said the depression, I deserve to be poor from the depression, and you're glad my parents are one of them's no longer around? Something like that. I don't remember the whole thing.
I guess you heard me. All right.
Sometimes if you think of the most blunt things in a deadpan, it works. You said you hate my parents.
Yeah.
You said you don't like my mother, and the fact that she has Parkinson's, you find that to be annoying.
Well, sounds like me. As Sondland
Hey, you
would
sound
say.
like that's right. It sounds like something I'd say. He is unbelievable, Sondland. That to me is some kind of evidence that if there's not God, Josh, well then the universe has a cosmic joker. Don't you think things are too intense and melodramatic to be? I don't know what I'm saying.
I don't either.
But if you wrote it,
Help me out.
It's along the lines of if you wrote it, you wouldn't buy it, and it would be.
Well, that's
everyone
that's
said
kind of
that.
hackney. That's a little try.
All right, okay,
That's
let
a
me try it
little
this way.
at this point.
Let me go with a Perry Mason metaphor.
All right.
No, I got nothing. Who am I? Banachek?
Do you want to go back and do that as Dennis Miller?
Hey, Banachek. Hey, what's this Telly Savalas? What's his trip? I used to be fascinated by the Players Club.
The Players Club, the institution?
I'm not just Saturdays, baby.
Telly Savalas?
Yeah, I love those commercials. I'm not Tuesdays, baby. Tell them, and I would think...
Take another trip through the buffet, baby.
Nothing Vegas. Vegas had a brief moment of perceived hipness when the Rat Pack was...
It's had more, though.
Yeah, you're right.
It's had renaissance.
I don't want to argue this guy. This guy I'm arguing. Let me tell you something. Vegas is, it's all overrated. Look at you. How about you, Mr. Let's crush everyone's dreams of Woodstock? My mother's excited about me coming in.
Good.
You know what she
About
said?
time.
You know what she said?
Took her
I've got
90 years.
Parkinson's. Yeah, see? What did you think she said?
I said, it's good that she was excited. It took her 90 years to get excited for you to come.
That's a mean comment based
Yeah.
on my upbringing.
Right.
I'm trying to create conflict. That's what they said. I took Robert McKee's class or whatever.
Right.
And, okay. Do we agree about Giuliani, what he's trying to do? All right, I don't want to talk about this anymore because you know why? What am I going to say? Anything you say about current events is dated. Let's say every week on the show I did the weather update. And it's the weather update.
You do.
I do?
Yes. 65 degrees right here in New York City.
65 degrees. And thank you very much. 65 degrees downtown. Oh, it's going to get cold in Los Angeles.
It's very windy here in Los Angeles tonight.
Today was scary a little bit. I was
the
walking.
DoorDash guy was talking about how he's creeped out. And then the second DoorDash guy, you ask, why would you have a second DoorDash guy? Don't exactly know, except for they sent the wrong order.
Oh, no.
They didn't send the whole wrong order. They just sent one of the wrong entrees.
Oh, no.
Turns out Allison was fine with it. It was on her list of things Allison likes. So she ate it, and we were fine. Then I go back to my office, and there's like, well, we're sorry about your problem. Thank you for getting in touch with us. Didn't get in touch with them.
Right.
Your next order is your reorder is on the way.
Oh my God!
Sure enough, I got a second dinner delivered to
of the
house,
same food.
Of the right. I actually didn't open it, so
You sent it back?
No, why would I send it back? They showed up again with the right order.
So what are you doing with that right food?
It's in the fridge. You want it?
I don't want to take your food. I'm leaving tomorrow morning.
Okay. But if you leave and you're hungry, I'll send you home with some chicken.
No, because we ordered from one of our favorite Mediterranean style places.
Okay.
We've got you covered. But I was talking.
But it was weird, is my point.
It is weird, and this whole food delivery thing is going to turn out to be the new oil. I didn't really laugh thinking it was funny when I said it. I laughed because I was uncomfortable.
And that millions will suffer as a result of it.
Yeah, no. But what else was I thinking about?
I assume this world is just going to be divided into the haves and the delivering to the haves.
Yeah, because, everything, don't they already say we're a service economy or something?
Something like that. So it's that and the gig economy. I'm not exactly sure where they cross over.
Well, I'll tell you where they cross over.
At my second dinner.
I saw us, I'm always looking for anything that's interesting. And sometimes
Really?
Yeah, but I'm talking about TV-wise.
Bring some with you.
What are you doing? I don't see you over-brimming with topics.
I had the fucking DoorDash story, which was gold. That doesn't happen every day at all.
All right, now, set this up for me again. I had an experience, and I won't name the name of the company.
I have a house full of new carpeting you didn't notice.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's right, because do you have guests right now?
Not right now. No.
They're coming tomorrow.
Yes.
I forgot everything.
Yeah.
And
I'd still noticed, though. You wouldn't have to actually remember the backstory to notice a whole different color.
Well, no, because I'm too self-involved to notice that I'm breathing, that you're breathing. So, were you always going to do the whole place?
Yeah, we were going to do these 2 rooms, and then
I think it's nice.
We threw in the guest room since it flooded.
Well, that's the point. Makes it all. Daddy wants a new pair of shoes, right? You got a good thing. So, is everything?
You like?
I think it's very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't really tell the color. Is it like it's not beige?
It's kind of a beige, yeah.
Yeah, but not like a beige like you would think to get nervous about. And you're saying, what is that? There are some beiges that look like skin colors that are weird or something. I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What am I?
This is a good one.
What am I, a color expert?
Sorry,
it looks looks very comfortable.
Yes,
and not too because you always like the orange shag.
Yeah, do I? So I got this toupee.
Do you think there was ever a good moment on a shag carpet?
Yes.
Why? Because
I think there was a lot of good moments.
No, I don't want that kind of story. I don't want that kind of semen. That was excellent.
Thank you.
Okay. But was
it was
I
sort of synclavier porn? I hope that came through.
Yeah, I knew what you were doing. I mean, it did come
It wasn't
through.
just wah-wah pedal.
Well, it didn't sound like French horn, cha-cha, tonto. Shaggy was the name of a cartoon.
Raggy?
Okay, all right.
Razzie was.
All right, I'm going to have to put a stop to this. Are you excited?
Yikes.
Are you excited about the holidays?
Oh, am I?
I mean, is this our third Thanksgiving as a show runner?
I think it is. Yeah. You're going back to doing the same thing. I'm doing the same thing. Good radio. All right.
Well, people, that's what they, you know what they do? They tune into I've heard many people go, I don't particularly like it, but it's a habit.
Right.
And that's what we're looking for.
Exactly.
We want something that's good, but annoyingly good.
I'm going to switch it up, though, this year. I'm going to do different.
What are you doing?
I'm going to go with my 2 passions. I'm going to
sous vide.
I'm going to sous vide a couple of breasts, and I'm going to smoke a couple of breasts, and I'm going to forsake the giant carcass.
Is it all going to be turkey oriented or no?
Huh?
Are they all turkeys?
Yeah.
What are you looking at me like that for? I don't know what a turkey breast is. No one orders a turkey breast, do they?
Yeah, yes, it's an actual sandwich.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It's a part of the turkey. It has to be part of the bigger turkey, right? You're not isolating it, are you? All right. So this sounds exciting. And what kind of a smoky smoke are you going to do?
I think I'll do
Spicy?
An apple wood.
Ooh. You think I would be good on a food show? Ooh.
At the end.
When they eat the food?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about food. I don't have a good vocabulary for it. Like, oh, that was zesty.
Right. Spicy, you know.
And how many people are going to be over here?
I don't know. Probably not a big crew.
But, I mean, 8 or less?
I would say under 8, probably.
Wow. How do you feel as the holidays, every year does the holiday get better and better?
Why do you feel like you have to do a bad interview?
Because I'll tell you why. That's a good question, Josh. You may be saying to yourself.
You want to email me these?
No, I know what you're saying.
Crouch them up a little.
Why are you saying that? No, put all that aside. That was just banter. But what I am looking for are good holiday movies. I'm not asking this to be a chore for anybody, but those Hallmark movies, or there's another channel too that does them. Every single thing is, you don't want to watch it. They're already telling you Christmas looks like it's not going to be good, and the last second it is. A busy executive doesn't have time, and her husband died. She'll never meet somebody new. All of a sudden, Bob from accounting, who's built like Fabio, if that's still a reference.
So what are you looking for? Are you looking for like...
Merry Christmas, your old savings and loan.
Well,
classics.
That's available.
I'm so sick of it.
All right.
First of all, you do too many...
Holiday Inn, you could watch?
That's terrible.
Okay.
Is it good?
I have no fucking idea.
I want something good that's like that Christmas thing was when we rediscovered that. A Christmas Story.
Watch The Rich Little, Christmas Carol.
They said, now you're talking to me. Now you're talking, not like you're talking to me, you're talking my language, is what I meant to say. We knew we could establish that you were talking to me. Okay. Well, that sounds good. I would watch that.
Okay. So you're looking for something more traditional, not like a new genre bender. Like,
yeah, not like a haunted.
Take a time machine back and kill baby Jesus.
Or a haunted Santa. I don't want to be scared in the holidays.
Santa Part 6.
I used to love the movie The Homecoming, which I think was the basis for the Waltons or something. It was like a movie I saw as a kid about the husband coming home and is he going to come home? And now I see it that I didn't really ever have real parents.
Right.
And
that's what it all comes down to, because I had this happy childhood, so these movies suck to me.
I'm telling you. Do you think I'd watch Donna Reed if I had a good home life?
No.
I was watching Donna Reed hoping that through watching Donna Reed that my family would be like that, except funnier and with better acting. No, the acting is good.
Well, Donna Reed is good.
Who's Donna Reed's husband in that show? Is it Hugh Beaumont? No, that's from...
No, that's Beaver. I don't know.
That's the show. You couldn't make that show today.
I never watched that show.
There's nothing to watch. No. Literally nothing to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, My Three Sons is a better show than that. You might even say it's a good show.
I watched a lot of My Three Sons as a young boy.
Would you argue it's a good show?
No. No, I wouldn't.
But he's funny. The guy who...
Fred McMurray.
Tonight on Dateline.
Ernie, Chip, where's your Uncle Charlie?
Tonight on Dateline. Tonight on Dateline.
Do you know that they shot all his stuff at once?
Who?
Fred McMurray's stuff?
No, I think I
may... Like for the whole season? They shot his stuff at once? And then they just...
So he was not around?
He was not around. They shot him in singles for all his stuff. They gang shot all his singles, and then they cut it together with the rest of the show.
It's because he was a busy movie actor?
Yeah, that was his contract power play.
They look like they were shot that way.
They do. If you look at them now, if you know that, you go, oh.
Oh, no wonder why he's...
That's why they never get any physical affection.
He's not in the same room. Oh, man. Well, that certainly dissuades me from getting the box set of that situation. And we're out. That was...
You're not very present tonight, Andy.
I'm trying to think of something. Why? No, I'm doing the... Wait, is that like are you doing podcast jujitsu?
No, I'm just saying that your eye contact is floating around the room and you're not...
Well, I could make eye contact with you. I mean, that's certainly an option.
Okay.
But it's very uncomfortable. Well, it's not you.
No, it's not me. I make it with people all the time.
Is this what you do normally?
This is what we do
You
normally.
look them down the barrel?
Now I'm particularly paying attention.
I think okay. I think that I struggle always. It's either I struggle when you have OCD, you're struggling, and it's always nothing.
Right. You don't have to be the leader of the conversation, Andy.
That's true. I agree with that. I get very uncomfortable. It's like almost like a Robin Williams thing.
Yeah.
I don't like any silences.
No, you don't.
But now that I know that, I immediately feel more at ease.
Good. On with the show.
Well, don't say it like that. Am I more? You have to admit I'm more present now since you've.
Yeah, I did. That's why I felt like I had to call it out.
Well, if I'm in therapy, I told my therapist I feel weird about eye contact.
Well, therapy, that's the whole design of classic therapy is there's not eye contact.
Yeah, but now that I think about it, I don't know how much eye contact. Now I'm going to be. It's another thing to.
Let me just say you were presenting very much an I have ice cream mode.
Yeah, but what do I get?
Part of it's that you're leaving tomorrow, and your part of your head is there.
No, I think maybe it is. Who knows with me? Well, that does add an extra little tinge of I do have to leave.
Yes.
And so I'm pressure. So I'm putting the pressure on myself. Come on, do a good podcast. And the whole thing is a weird thing. But look how many we've done. We can't be wrong, right?
Yeah, we could.
No. Is this 134?
Yes, it is. It's a lot of testing.
I did the most tweeting this week of any time in my life.
You did. You woke up bright and early. Well, you didn't go to bed and instead pod.
I've been having trouble sleeping.
Yeah. Is it the late night Adderall?
Sounds like a good name for a TV show or a radio show or a good name in general.
Right. But a bad lifestyle.
I do think that I do always have that problem of taking it too late, but I actually think I'm getting happier in general, is what I think. I think you probably frown upon constantly judging how happy you are.
I don't think happiness should be judged on a minute to minute basis, certainly. Mm-hmm. But I believe in trends. And I certainly think from the trend from when we first started to now is a much happier trend.
Well, it's like I'm not on 80 milligrams of Prozac.
That helps.
That was a lot of noise.
And you've had 2.5 years more therapy.
I've had 2.5 years more therapy. It'll be my third anniversary of therapy in this next month that's coming up.
Yeah. Will there be a cake?
There will be a cake, and and of course, I'm going to have it sponsored by Kroger. I don't know, but
Did you get like a 3-year chip? Like,
I don't think no, but I'll look into that. They should have something.
They should.
I mean, really,
a trophy with a little bronze figure hugging itself.
I like that idea. I love me. Give me an I Love Me award. And all the awards, Josh, the kids today, they have such great childhoods.
World's greatest self-lover.
They're like, they get a thanks for showing up medal. You look good today, Tommy. When I was a kid, we had horrible food and our parents neglected us at school. You think were we happy? No. Ooh.
I was letting you feel it. I was going, hey, feel that silence. Maybe the world won't end.
I'm not worried about the world ending so much as I do realize that I'm always on. And I mean, of course, everybody, I would imagine, knows that already about me with the constant, every day is a new production in my house.
Yes. But
I'm on if I'm worried about how I'm doing. It's not good for podcasts, but it's not that great it's easy to be by yourself and think you're doing fine. Right? I can't annoy myself on my own.
Yes, you can.
I do. I often do.
But you do not have the when in doubt lay out approach.
And interestingly,
you have when in doubt, lean in.
That's true. Although I would say that, like when I watch some stand-up, like old stand-up.
Of yours or anyone?
Mine.
Yeah.
I was like really like, I don't even know what I'm talking about sometimes. I'm so nervous. You know,
right.
It's like nervous patter. It seemed, I don't know, it doesn't matter whether it was funny or not at the time. It's like weird to me.
Yeah.
So I feel less that way as a comedian. I try less hard as a comedian. But as a no, I can. Either way, it can be bad. Any experience can be bad.
Yeah, good too. Let's keep it a clear thing. There's plenty of good Andy Kindler experiences.
Right, but a podcast is a harder experience because it's a different experience. It requires a different thing. You're doing it with somebody. So when you're doing something with somebody, it's a different thing.
Yes.
So, but also on my own, I can bomb too.
Yeah.
Or I can go through a long time. I go, oh.
I wasn't saying you were bombing. I was just saying you were forcing it.
Yeah, well, I know I was forcing it because I could feel myself forcing it, but the way it was playing out for me was constant forgetting the thing I said. So it's constant anxiety. That's the thing I should probably identify. Maybe if I identified it, I would stop trying so hard to solve it.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I said, with the old Andy Kindler, which was are you with me? I do have a thing where if I have something, I think, maybe I could think of something interesting to say. And often I can, although I've learned in the podcast, not as interesting as they are when I come up with them, normally. Like, I haven't come up with a good anecdote, I think, ever on the show.
That's not true.
Well,
I can't remember it, but...
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm sure I have, but it's like, I did learn early on that I told a very long anecdote because I really did think you're supposed to add a lot of details to stories.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily true.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the details.
I forgot what I was obsessing about in that story, but it was about... so anyway...
We were actually talking about stories. There was no story.
I'd like to say that... how about this? Here's my image of what I think, how I expect every podcast is going to go, like in my dream of how it's going to go.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I would have jotted down a couple of pages of things, anything.
Uh-huh.
Haircut.
Let's talk about your haircut.
All right, I got a haircut.
Okay, moving on.
But look at it. It's not bad, right?
It looks good.
Not only did I get a haircut, but I waited very long to get a haircut, so it's got a Jewish angle to the story.
You said, give me the 61-year-old man.
Oh, this is really beneath you and exactly what I would expect if I were in your position.
Good.
I would be doing it. I would probably be even leaning harder on the age thing if I was in your position.
Well,
Andy, you want to lie down?
I'm bald, so it kind of leaves
What's that?
I'm fat and bald, so it leaves me open.
First of all, I was going to do a Tony Robbins thing on you. First of all, that's not what you are. And that's not who you are. But I think, why do I think something's happening?
But it's two adjectives about me.
I think something, I always think there's some Tony Robbins controversy going on. But there's a lot of controversy going on about different people, but maybe not about him right now.
I think there is a Me Too issue.
Oh,
with
that's
him.
right. Yeah.
He's always struck me as a big giant monster, so.
He does seem monstrous to me. And I think when you get into that, hi, I know what you're thinking, or hey, have you thought about it, or try, all that kind of thing where you're so sure that you found a new angle.
Right.
It's suspicious. I mean, I loved Alan Watts and people who would say...
I think it's hilarious that he gets all those people walking on hot coals. I think that's pretty funny.
That one, you give it up to him, right?
Yeah. I'd like to see him do a hot dog eating contest or something too.
Well, the thing about the coals is that the coals, I don't know. I'm no expert on anything, but supposedly I've heard you can run across them fast and they won't burn you.
Yes.
But occasionally they do. Correct. I think he had it happen recently. Correct. So then my thing would be...
No, it ranges from minor to major burns, I would say.
So I would say don't do that. Don't do that. What is your point that you're trying to put across? That you can think so positively that your feet won't burn?
I don't think so. I think it's more overcoming fear. I think it's more taking a leap of faith that...
Okay, that makes
overcoat,
sense. But can you do it with a little
Like
less?
you could do it with a high dive, too, probably.
I don't like that
You
either.
probably have more injuries.
Oh, my God. Have you ever done a truly, like, monstrously high dive?
Well, only from my perspective.
Okay, like you jumped off a cliff or something?
No, never done that. I've probably done 30 feet.
Oh, I can't believe I survived anything I did until I was.
But I also, younger than that, wanted to do the 30 feet, but chickened out.
I'm so glad I chickened out. I want to thank myself for chickening out of most stupid things.
Yeah.
Like where you jump and you go, hey, but if you don't jump far out enough, you could hit the rock coming back. Or it's just, what's the point?
Yeah, I never ever really had a
death wish.
Well, I didn't have a daredevil-y streak.
Yeah, that's the shortest book in the world, Jewish Daredevils.
I was brave on my bike, but other than that, I just...
Like, how brave were you on your bike?
Yeah, the occasional jump, but not like, not jump a canyon, but, build a ramp and jump.
That's insane. I think that's already crazy. How are you going to... How do you don't fall on your face?
I did.
Yeah, but that's...
We hurt ourselves a lot.
Oh,
but
that's
in those
horrible.
days, you wiped yourself off.
Or you didn't.
Or you didn't.
Or you die. Or you had some kind of terrible accident.
I had a bunch of accidents.
Wow. Was there something that dissuaded you that said, I'm not doing this bicycle nonsense anymore? Or was it when they replaced the tricycle wheels? Chi-chi.
I got nothing for that.
I got nothing either.
Yeah.
I don't like a tricycle. Once I went past it, I never looked back. You're never like, oh.
I miss my trike.
I like to go slow and crawly.
Right. I like to have no gears.
Why don't they put two of the things on the front? I'm glad I'm not a scientist or someone who is involved with a call-in show.
Right.
Where you have to have exportees.
Where you have to what?
Exportees.
Oh, I thought you were talking about people who are being exported.
Well, that's Stephen Miller. Yeah, how come Stephen Miller's not hasn't resigned yet? Because there's too many horrible things happening every day.
Jesus, war criminals are in good stead. Why would
Gallagher?
Why would Stephen Miller be?
First of all, I knew Gallagher had props, but I never knew he walk Navy SEAL thing. With the other Gallagher.
Yeah.
This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare of the people who keep getting pardoned. But I was going to ask you, was there I've watched every football game I could this weekend. I realized there was one tonight that I didn't watch.
I believe it was the Rams and Ravens, maybe.
Oh, it's too much. I'm not rooting for the Rams, are you?
No, I don't care.
Are you rooting for the Chargers?
No, I don't care.
I don't care. Do not care. But the Vikings, you are.
Yeah, I still root for the Vikings.
I watched this, Stephen. Are you familiar with Vikings?
The Norsemen, you mean?
Yes.
The show about them, or
the actual
just
Vikings.
The actual Vikings? Yeah, to some extent.
What's the show?
There's a show, Vikings.
It's like a new show?
No, it's on History Channel, but it was a drama. Gabriel Byrne was in it the first season.
It was good?
I know that just because he had gotten back from shooting it when I interviewed him for my movie.
Oh.
What's your question about Vikings, Andy?
Well, I saw the Stephen Hawking thing, and the Stephen Hawking thing was, is there a God, or do we need to have a God, or is it, what's the point of having one, or something like that? So that was his art. He was like,
sounds like he really keyed in on it.
Well, no, he's saying like, do we need to have a God? I'm not going to do the voice.
This is my impression of Andy doing Stephen Hawking's. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, here's the problem. His argument is that someone's going, hey, he's saying if we find out all these laws, why do we need a God to have done those laws? I don't know who's asking that question except fundamentalists. But the other part of it that was bad was that he started talking about showing this thing with the Vikings.
Yeah.
So they have like a recreation thing.
Uh-huh.
So there's the Vikings, and there's an eclipse going on.
Okay.
And so the eclipse goes on. Which one is the one where it goes total darkness? That's got to be the lunar eclipse, right?
Yes.
Okay. And the Vikings, the Vikings go like, These are actors. I don't know who the actors are. I imagine it's the same people from the Trivago commercial.
Okay.
That's what it looks like.
Okay. And they just freak the fuck out?
The muffins guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so what happens was, first they grow silent. Then they start screaming and like fighting the whatever it is.
The moon?
Whatever which become between them and the sun.
All right.
And then it moves away and they cheer.
They won.
They cheer.
Sure.
Okay. First of all.
Stupid Vikings. You can't fight the sun, you stupid Vikings. You can only fight the moon.
We're Vikings. We're so stupid. What? Hey. Well, what created the earth? God, you idiot. Why do you say that? Because we're too stupid to come up with more or something like that, right? Okay, fuck you. First of all,
stupid Vikings.
They thought attacking the moon would eliminate their enemy.
Apparently, they thought attacking the moon would make them big men. Anything but.
But the thing is that when they're attacking the moon, I don't buy it even from... I don't care what generation you were born in. Why would you think you could hit something far away from you? What do you think you're hitting?
It was dark.
It's dark. Why would you hit the dark? You're not a stupid. You're a Viking.
Yeah.
So, it doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
And so Stephen Hawking, he's so proud that he's defeated them in the brain department. Not so fast. Not so fast, Hawking.
Stupid Vikings.
Before there was science, people had to have the need to have a God. I don't know what caused everything, so let's call him. And don't look at your goddamn watch. I can't even believe it. This is unbelievable. I'm not going to make eye contact with you now, just for that reason. How long have we been together? Me and you. Simpatico. How long have we been together? How long has this crazy ride been happening? Hey, I made 2 naked appeals for money. Not money. I said stop by what was that address?
Buy me a coffee / Thought Spiral.
Are you ready? You have a look like you want to take a break.
No, I was just looking at what time it was.
How are we doing on time?
You don't need to know.
All right. I came.
Apparently, it's a goddamn sin, and you have a clock over my shoulder, so you're at a little bit of a disadvantage. Of an advantage.
All right. There's nothing that's written in that book that's good.
Okay. We're winging it then.
I know. How do you do that? How do you do it? How are you able to do it?
Well, my rich street comedy background allows me to dip into my bag of tricks at any time.
Have you ever done street comedy?
Yes, I have. People gather round. No.
Was that how you started?
No.
People gather.
As soon as I said gather around, I said, I don't have a bit for this.
Hello, everybody. I like just the idea that I'm going to command the attention. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 3rd Street Promenade.
It's a great skill. It's never great comedy, though.
Is there ever, does the twain ever meet? I mean, is there any?
I mean, Robin Williams was big on.
Oh, yeah, he was big in the street.
Amazing Jonathan was,
that style.
Great at what he did.
And he started out doing that.
Yeah.
Well, I have to admire people who started out, and I admire anybody who does something that sounds scary to me. I hated selling door to door, which I did.
Walked a block in the dark.
Yeah. But anything like that where we're getting people's... First of all, I don't think you should sell door to door. I don't think I should sell, or anyone really should.
Yeah.
So it's hard to convince myself to do it.
Yeah, I could never do that.
It's bad. I was a very, not an enlightened, I was very, had limited point of view at one point in my life.
I'm not that good with strangers.
Yeah. But nobody really, I mean, it's just.
No, some people are. I mean, some people have.
Hello.
Have a thing.
Hi, Mrs. What is your name? Mrs. Sminky? I'm in the area knocking on doors.
I have that thing, what's it called? Oh, shame.
I do too now. I don't like the idea of anything The last thing I want to do is sales now.
I used to go door to door for my dad when he was running for a school board. I would go door to door with brochures as a kid.
Did the people think it was cute?
I hope so.
Wow. Were you scared doing that? Was it frightening?
No, not really.
Did you ever do...
it was basically my trick-or-treat route.
Your trick... You sound like you early in the year planned your...
Oh, yeah.
Trick-or-treat.
I had a map on a table and figurines, scale figurines.
How much longer are we away from our... It seems like our supermarket's coming up now.
It's coming. It's a building now.
Oh, my God. Please,
I just
God.
went online and looked at the plans.
What do you mean? Oh, the plans?
Yeah.
Are they going to need...
Now I know what it's going to look like.
How's it look?
Beautiful.
We're simple people. It doesn't take a lot for us to be...
All we need is a grocery store that we don't have to go to go to.
Have you... we haven't watched movies. Have you read anything? I mean,
Stop acting like this is like we don't have enough stuff to do a podcast.
Well, wait a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. What is the matter with me? Okay, you know what? Point well taken. Point well taken. Point well taken. You know what we should pretend, or I should pretend?
What's that?
I shouldn't pretend anything. Just have a regular conversation.
Yeah.
It's a Monday conversation. I'm with my friends and family.
Right.
I'm with my favorite dog.
Right.
And, I was walking by the kennel today on the, where you drop your dog off.
Yeah.
And I saw this person, they were picking up their dog.
Yeah.
And the dog was so happy. They were so happy. On the way to the car, they had to stop and give each other, a lot of affection. It was very cool. I knew that's what it had to be. Yeah. I'm going home.
Came back.
You came back.
You came back.
I mean, that is... I would not want to be the dog in the dog relationship. I guess the dog doesn't know it's the dog, but it sounds like it's a very needy position.
It's a pretty needy position. It's also a very, affection's a big part of their life.
Right. This dog, and I go by that kennel. It's not a kennel in here. Is that what they call them?
I don't know. Is it the daycare place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they're all in one room.
Yeah.
I go by there a lot. Not a creepy amount. Like, what's that guy doing there? I would say here's what having OCD is like. It's
You're
like
worried that the dog
it's a self
will think you're creepy.
No, I think I think I could make walking by the kennel creepy, right?
Yeah, well, you could.
I could. So part of my mind is like, do that. Jump over the hill.
Right.
Jump off the cliff. I don't have a goal in mind. Yeah.
Do the fake going downstairs bit for the dogs.
Do they like that?
They love that.
Can you entertain your dog with simple things of that nature?
Absolutely. Got your nose doesn't work with them that well.
Right.
But other stuff does. The pulling my thumb off thing, they go nuts for that.
They do not go nuts. Now you're making fun of me. Now you're making fun with me.
I wish I was making fun with you.
See? Now who's the guy who's expecting...
That is normal banter.
That's true. How come everything you do is normal?
I created the show.
That's true. You did. And you know how you created the show? Like, I was thinking we should do something like a...
show.
Like, what's up with this guy? How is that going? And then look what happened. Cut to... It's a daytime podcast and Emmys.
You almost said enema.
No, I didn't. That's how your mind, this guy, that's the way his mind goes.
Straight up your ass with soapy water.
Is that Abbott and Costello?
Yeah, giving an enema.
Oh, God. Now, you really need to look into see, a lot of people are emailing me behind your back and saying that you're too obsessed with scatological humor. I hate to be the one to say it. Or
Squiddly boppity boop 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 sweetity dee dee pweet sweetity dee 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 boop 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 tomato. Like that, you mean?
Well, tomato to me is first of all, it's an icebreaker.
Yeah. I thought it was a tension cutter.
I thought it was a loss leader. You know, I consider my act a loss leader. I haven't done comedy in a long time. I'm a little nervous.
I'll say.
Everyone wants a parade. I haven't done comedy in a long time, it seems like. And the next time I'll do comedy, it'll be for like an hour.
Wow.
And I was thinking about that. Like, it doesn't matter. I decided.
No, you have cards.
I have cards. And why put another self-made thing on myself? Well, if you would, folks, you might notice that you're not laughing as much as I want you to laugh tonight. That's because I haven't been on stage in about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. I didn't work hard enough for this.
Every time I go on stage, I haven't been on stage in a long time.
Well, that's not good, or it is good.
I don't know.
I'm glad about not performing right now because we're actually getting stuff done at the house. We're getting the office together.
Yeah.
You know it's a house. You've been there. So I gave away so many books in the last couple of weeks or months or whatever. There's no book that is in my apartment that's in a box.
Good.
And even books I like.
I have books in boxes right here because I had to empty the bookshelves to do the carpeting.
Right. But at some point I feel like if I've read them, I'm not going to read them again.
Right.
And let other people have them.
Right.
And I think that, I don't know if my lesson is there, but it certainly is better than hoarding.
I agree.
So
I've given away many a book myself.
And there's a lot of books I didn't read. That's the thing that gets me mad.
You can give those away too.
Yeah. Give up the dream?
Yep.
Do you do the audio? You do. Books on audio, audio.com?
Not a lot.
I'm in that mode where she does?
She does, and she listens in bed at night sometimes.
I have my friend, I went to the case file guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have something for you to say from the case file guy.
Okay.
I listened to him for the first time tonight in like a long time. And it was like coming home. Okay. Perhaps you've heard about the health benefits of CBD.
What kind of voice am I doing?
You're doing the... They look like. They look like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Perhaps you've heard about the health benefits.
Perhaps you've heard about the health benefits of CBD.
And he hits it. CBD.
CBD.
Hemp fusion.
Hemp fusion.
Andrew, he goes, Andrew, who writes the music for Case File, he says that he likes the hemp fusion. Plus terpenes, plus other chemicals, terpenes. CBD.
All of you have been thinking about the health benefits of CBD.
That guy is great. Well, thank you for doing that for me.
Sure. We'll be back after this.
Oh, I don't know what you brought. Do you?
A beautiful song by my wife, Hidden by Years.
Beautiful.
Dreams, sweet dreams, don't look for tomorrow's troubles tonight. Take it slow. Time slips away when you hold it too tight. Ooh, louder than thunder, a voice in my heart tells me there's nothing to fear. All of the answers here in the dark will appear. They're just hidden by years. All things come in time. The answers are here. They're just hidden by years. Life goes on. We'll put the pieces together again. years, run from the light, gone like yesterday's tears. One by one, the treasures appear. Ooh, they're just hidden by years. All things come in time. The answers are here. They're just hidden by years. Run like a river, run like a child. Tomorrow's a long way from here. One by one, your dreams will appear. Ooh, just hidden by years. All things come in time. The answers are here. They're just hidden by years. Your dreams will appear. All things come in time. The answers are here. They're just hidden by years.
That's Alison McLeod. If you want to buy that song, go to alisonmcleod.bandcamp.com.
And, there's so many people who have benefited from our podcast that we really should get a piece of the...
I do.
Oh, I'm sorry, folks. What?
There was,
I don't know what I meant. I don't know what I meant. I don't even know what I meant. And when you said it, I thought you meant something, and then when I found out you didn't, I had to back out of it. And what was going on? First of all, neither one of us do wife jokes at all. Although I have a lot of them that are classics.
Yeah, I do wife jokes.
Oh, that's true. You do. I do too, but I gotta really run. I gotta run by a board.
My wife loves it when I do wife jokes.
Oh, really?
Absolutely loves it. Yes.
How? Why is that?
In her own words, because I'm narcissistic enough to love it.
That's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Well, man,
I have full permissions.
I don't have full. I don't have full. I mean, I'm not. Don't want to make it sound like someone's got a hammer on me, but I wouldn't want to embarrass anybody who I care about in certain ways in my act. It's bad enough that anybody.
No, are you saying I do?
No. What you do works for you. No, what I'm saying is, I have a tendency to not push the envelope. I would talk more about embarrassing things about myself than I would talk about embarrassing things that my wife might not like to talk about. Like, have a less of a gauge of embarrassment.
Yeah.
For myself.
Sure.
This is, what am I, code? What am I in the,
I don't know.
I feel like we have the nuclear codes. We're talking all around it, Josh.
You're speaking as if like I'm humiliating my wife. I don't.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm being. It's worse than that. It's undefined. I see. You have your lulls. I love the idea. I really am thinking now that all pot should be pre-rolled, and if you want to smoke it as a joint.
Yeah.
Because.
Why futz around?
Why futz around? And I have to admit, after all these years, I have to let the dream go.
Just think of 20 years ago, if you would have just pulled a box of joints out of your pocket at a party. What a badass you would be.
It is amazing to me what's happened in terms of social things like pot, because when I was growing up, it was so much associated with, you really could get in trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess not as a white guy as much.
No, chances are you weren't going to because you weren't smuggling it or,
Yeah. But
okay, much.
I had friends, Jewish friends, who got into smuggling things. You think Jews would be...
No, I knew people who made runs to Denver and stuff.
Yeah, why do I think the Jews have a more of a savvy reputation? Everybody is kind of stupid when they're younger at some point.
Yes. Some people don't grow out of it.
Right. And some people dodge a bullet. I don't know why I said that. I think it's because we have microphones that I think eventually I have to come up with a voice.
Dodge a bullet.
What's that?
Dodge a bullet.
I dodged a bullet. Maybe I'm going through a change of life or something.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Third act. You're going through an act break.
How do you know you're getting older? You start thinking more in terms of one-man shows. That's how I feel. Like if I go to the mailbox,
And it's actually called That's How I Feel.
That's how I feel. Hey, you should see what the other guy looks like.
Don't get me stopped.
Don't get me stopped. Why don't we have like an Irma Bombeck type person now, or even an art?
Because everybody's an Irma Bombeck person now.
Every personality is covered.
Yes.
You really can't come up with something new.
No.
Like I think I like to think of what I am as new, with my unique perspective. What do you can say about a comic? His unique perspective. Hi, I'm the. Okay, I'm back. How was that? Was that good?
Yeah.
That's a bad sign. I do.
All right.
All right.
We have questions we can go to.
I'd like to, and by the way, I started early with the questions. Very proud of myself, thinking about the podcast. I like to do a little housekeeping.
Yeah?
I just like that expression.
Yeah, you never hear anyone's going, that Andy, he likes to do some housekeeping.
No, I am kind of fascinated, though, with the meta. What do you call them when people say, what kind of language is this when you go, let's unpack that, or I want to push back on that? What is that general type of language called?
Buzzwords.
Buzzwords, okay, yeah. Let me push back on that. That's something that would...
Or dipshit speak.
It's a process of diminishing returns.
Mad City Architect asks, what is on the menu for Thanksgiving, and what are you thankful for?
I am... Well, what's on the thing is that it's always the food of Thanksgiving is always... I've been through many different versions of Thanksgiving. They'll never be like it was when I was a kid, when we had all the families over. So, but I am thankful that I am thankful for many things. I'm thankful my mom's feeling better. I'm thankful for... I don't know. I feel like I can't be sincere for some reason. You take over, and maybe I'll get an attack of sincerity.
All right. Well, the first part we talked about, I'm going to do the smoked and the sous vide turkey breasts. I've settled that.
Right.
I'll do my stuffing, which I'm very proud of. I'll do some other sides. I haven't just determined yet.
It sounds like
something green.
What do you do for dessert?
Usually some pies show up in somehow.
Some form. Yeah. Dessert is really is a tricky thing because I think like sometimes I get obsessed with what's for dessert.
Really?
I do. And I realize that we always have to have something in the house.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's not an ice pop, it's some kind of a thing.
I like to have some sort of sweet something.
Right.
But, it can be fruit. It can be...
Right. But if it's not fruit and you miss it, I'll miss it on a daily basis, that there has to be something where there's a little zest at the end of the thing.
Yeah, I like it. I can live without it, but I like it.
Well,
I quelled a lot of it when I was doing the non-carb lifestyle.
Yeah, you got to the point where you didn't even think about it.
Yeah, not much.
I don't think I even thought you liked sugar or something, and then I think you said you did like it.
No, I do like it.
Yeah. But
I love it.
I like this. I come here for the Starburst.
Michelle Wisecarver?
Who sent us a very nice photo.
Yes.
I'm Michelle.
In reference to that photo,
with
she
Trace
said,
Ballou and Frank Conniff.
right, that's in reference to that. I was proud to wear the Thought Spiral 2 Jews, 2 Mics, 2 Hours shirt to see the Mads, Frank Conniff and Trace Ballou perform, but being blonde with blue eyes got a few weird looks. Got to see Kirk and a great show by the Mads. Frank Conniff looks healthy and fab. My guess is that they weren't judging you because you had blonde hair and blue eyes and had Jew on your chest. I think it's just the Jew part that people are. Right.
Well, I think anybody who reads the shirt, unless you're Richard Spencer and not the guy from the Navy, which I didn't know he had the same name, no one can. It doesn't sound like something anti-Semitic, you know. But maybe they do think...
No, but the dirty word for Jew is Jew.
Right. To Jews. But it's also...
So it's,
right.
you know...
Yeah.
It sounds derogatory to people, despite the fact that it's accurate.
Yeah. Well, also, a lot of times if there's Jews, if the Jews are experiencing that, you know, a lot of Jews get, you know, paranoid. They see that. They go, oh, what's happening? Are we getting rounded up again? Sorry. Put too much mustard on that answer.
Yo, 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 yo,
yo, yo,
yo, yo, yo,
yo, yo, yo,
yo, yo, yo,
Yoshi Yamamoto.
Yo, 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 yo.
He's very moto.
Yo, 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 yo.
He doesn't have Hashimoto's disease.
Yo, yo, yo.
But his name is Yoshi Yamamoto.
Yo, yo, yo.
Doesn't take much to get me happy.
Yeah, well, and that song is much happier than his snotty little question, I can tell you.
Is it going to be about Medicare for All?
It's going to be about Pete Buttigieg.
Pete Buttigieg.
And I'm going to say it with a sort of snotty
okay.
tone.
Because you think that's how it was meant.
I think that's how he meant. Are you guys still pro Buttigieg after he fictitiously created endorsements from African-American leaders or put a stock photo of a Kenyan woman on his plan for African-Americans, all while having his campaign leak the notion that they don't support him because he's gay?
You know what? I have to tell you that I am shying away from this election. I decided. I'm exhausted already from it. Well, you know what I say to people? You want your Bernie? Have your Bernie. You want your Elizabeth Warren? Fine.
I kind of feel the same way, honestly. I'll vote for him. I'm not going to stay home.
Yeah. I can't get excited about it now. So I'm just going to say I'm voting for whoever wins, unless it's
I would vote for
Tulsi Gabbard,
a 1950s restaurant diet plate with ground beef patty, cottage cheese, and a cling peach.
I would vote for an even more disseminating Mitt Romney. You know what I mean?
Disseminating?
Yeah, because he lies a lot, Mitt Romney. I just wanted to say disseminating.
Okay.
You know, Mitt Romney at his when he ran, he stood for. He was easily would say he stood for. He started in the way of the standing for nothing and lying about your past. He made it more popular.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, if he comes through now,
what's he going to do? Vote for convicting?
If he does, I'll respect that.
Why does Jim Jordan look? I don't care about anyone's hairline unless they care about it.
Yeah.
So he's obviously upset about his hairline.
Yeah.
And he's got some weird thing about the way he looks, and he's got to wear the shirtless thing or the suitless.
If only it was a shirtless thing.
But he's looking down. It looks like he's parted his hair to entertain people who are looking at him while he's looking down. It's not working out for him.
No. Humanity, you mean?
Well, and that Devin Nunes, it's not just that these people are evil. They're so boring. And, you know, Devin, I've got bad news for you, Mr. Morrison. The ratings are down.
Yeah, he's such a fucking Niedermeyer.
What's Niedermeyer from?
From Animal House.
Oh. What a horrible, horrible man he is. He's the worst of them all. I don't know. Hitler. Okay, I'm good.
They said their place cards are next to each other at the table.
Just vacant behind the eyes.
Yeah.
Put all of his eggs in this being a sycophant, a Trump sycophant.
Yeah. He's yucky.
You know it. I could have said it. I could have said it better.
Greg Kelly says at Thanksgiving dinner, Lenny, my step-grandmother's nurse, told the family James Mason and Greg Peck did Abbott and Costello routines on the set. Is Lenny full of shit, or am I?
What?
Which are you doing?
I blew it. Tell me again now. I was looking at some stupid thing. I got worried that we weren't recording.
You know, Joseph, there's a lot of funny names on baseball teams these days.
Is there really?
Is there really?
And
at first base, they have who? Who? Yes, exactly. At second base, they have what? What? Yes, you're really getting it now, Mangala. I don't understand this. I think I did Mangala doing Who's on First before. Because there was a Jew. Is who a Jew?
Oh, man. It's the gift that keeps on something.
Leah Beale says, how will the latest episode of Frontline chronicle your Thanksgiving dinners? Our Frontline cameras were left behind the scenes at the Kindler family Thanksgiving. There's a lot of anxiety in the air, along with the smell of turkey and stuffing. Our Frontline cameras were allowed to watch. Tonight, on Frontline.
I don't want... Keep your goddamn... Look, I love Frontline, but keep them away from my Thanksgiving. There's no story here.
Our Frontline cameras were ushered out of the Kindler house.
Get out of here right now, all you and your Frontline crew.
For some reason, Andy Kindler affected a Brooklyn accent and became irate.
Hey, I'm from New York, see? See, I'm rude, see? Here's your fucking pizza, see? Fuck you. What are you, from New Jersey?
Friends and family said this behavior was uncharacteristic.
Hey, Grandma, go fuck yourself. And the bad thing is she's dead.
Bridges were burned. Boundaries were crossed.
And Charlotte, I get it. You had the knee worked on. And Charlotte, I get it. You drive.
Eventually, he panicked and went straight for the pie.
Is anyone going to have this? Hey, you going to finish that this year? Folks, could be a good bonus thing for the listeners is our Thanksgiving charades.
All right.
On Frontline.
Tonight on Frontline.
Our Frontline. Have they ever said we allowed our Frontline cameras?
I believe so.
I like that.
Kirk says, a humble brag for the Thought Spiral street cred. I got to spend time chatting with the one and only Michelle Wisecarver at the Mads show. Question for Andy. When doing voice work for Bob's Burgers, are you alone in front of a mic or interacting with other cast members?
I'm usually interacting with other cast members, unless it's a ADR. What is that again? Additional
automatic dialogue replacement.
Right. In that case, there's always someone there. The producers are the people who wrote it, but the best case scenario is that there's other people on it, and you're doing and that usually does happen. But why am I selling it like? You know what? I think my mind's going on me because I can't remember but it usually is people from one coast and the other coast. So there's some people who live here most of the time.
And do shirts and skins?
They have their own thing now. Burgers. They have a huge, what's it called? Bento Box. I don't know if it's Bento Box owns it, but it's up over in Burbank on Empire Avenue.
There's an actual Bob Burgers pop-up sort of thing?
It's just like that's where they do everything now. Like they have a huge, I guess.
Are you talking about a studio or
it's both they record things there, but that's where their offices are, and that's where they do the table reads. It's a whole new building.
Gotcha.
Looks like a complex, but maybe there are other things in the complex. There's got to be other things.
The Burgerplex?
Well, it looks like a huge complex, and I got lost when I went there.
If anyone would know a huge complex, it's you.
That's true. It's like, I didn't want to go to a huge complex because I already have my own huge complex. I don't know why I had to reframe it and sell it.
I don't know.
Hopefully whatever I have passes.
That was like my DoorDash order, the same dinner twice. That was a story I told earlier.
I remember, and the second time they came, and then you tried to say, Andy, like you think I'm poor or something. You need food. I am poor. Aren't we all in a sense poor? Save
just
me.
because I say poor Andy doesn't mean I think you're poor. Andrew Sweet says, hi again. You're both men of music. Can you tell me the difference between a violin and a fiddle? Go Leafs, go.
There is no... Oh, sorry. You go first.
Yeah, the difference is who's playing it.
Exactly. There's no inherent difference.
Adam Nicolitz says, any tips to avoid coffee teeth? Yes, don't drink coffee. Toothpaste brand recommendations?
I use Biotine products. I don't get paid for it, but I try to use dry mouth oriented products. And I know that people have had luck with the Crest strips or the white strips.
Yeah. I use Coffee Off.
Coffee Off. What is that?
It gets the coffee off.
I use Coffee Off. Do you drink coffee?
Got coffee stains? Use Coffee Off.
Just apply it daily.
Put it in your coffee.
And you'll be off. Yeah, there's nothing that color of coffee. That is a dead end street. The coffee thing. It's gonna come back to bite you.
No, it's our friend.
That's true. But I have crowns though. I think the crowns are not to be affected by the coffee, is what I've heard. I wish I had a solid fact in my head that I can go to. Like a go-to fact.
You should have a solid tooth in your head.
Like the Earth is round, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But flat.
Ah.
It's a disc.
Oh, so it just flips over.
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Night and day.
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
It's like a cantilever thing?
Sort of. A guy incognito says, to commemorate the bloatiest of holidays, what's your most enjoyable Thanksgiving movie? Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, perhaps, as acted out by Joseph Mengele and James Mason?
Oh, my God. Well, you can do that, but I can't think of one great Thanksgiving movie.
Here's an idea. When you have a story, why not have a point? Why, you're just mean. You can say mean things to me, but we're still going to be in this predicament.
Why do you think it brings so much joy to people? Both Mengele is a classic.
Bobby. That's what brings the joy.
But the James Mason, I never thought that
I don't understand it myself.
It's just a thing.
I'm just a minor footnote to history in so many ways. Sure, I was a great actor. Sure, I wiped up the screen and mopped the stage with my fellow actors. But that doesn't mean that I should live on.
I like the way your eyes went slightly crossed at the end there.
Yeah.
That shows me you're trying.
Exactly. Larry Harold says, it's December, fellas. Care to share a high and low point of the past year?
The high point has been...
Let's go movie premiere. Why not?
Yes, I agree. That was a highlight.
It was the most unusual point of the year, certainly.
Maybe of my lifetime, in a way, it was a high.
No. Come
okay,
on.
Well, shut up. Idiot. That's stupid. The low of the year is Trump every time when you get that feeling like you get your mind into it and you think about it too much. He's been the low.
Yeah, I think in many ways the year has been a low.
Yeah.
But I had a good... I mean, I don't know. From my sort of just creative output perspective, I feel good just because it was such a weird year with an album and a movie and a doc. You know?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. There was a lot that happened. I feel good, too, in terms of just feeling happier. I mentioned that already.
Yes. It's worth repeating.
You know what, folks? When you feel good, you are good.
Mark Thompson says, how early do the two of you traditionally wake up to snag Black Friday deals? Saturday.
I mean, I get involved with some kind of... I think I'm a member of the Cyber Monday Club. I've never actually attended anything. I never stayed in line for an iPad or iPhone or...
No, I don't participate.
I've never queued up.
No.
Maybe for the Beatles I would have.
I don't have that many gifts to buy, really.
Yeah. Do you have any?
Yeah. I got family and stuff, but...
Oh, you exchange what with family?
Presents.
On Christmas?
Yeah.
No. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought you were Jewish.
My wife isn't.
Oh, that's right. That's right. But I thought you steer clear and you're like, humbug. Oh,
I
blah
just don't-
humbug.
I just don't enjoy having a tree.
Oh my God, it sets you off every time. And you're not going to have one this year.
Probably not.
I will.
That's cool.
Yeah, try and stop
Boy.
me. Stop ruining Christmas for me, okay?
That's great.
Stop destroying
I
Christmas.
know when your foreskin grows back, I know a guy.
Bill O'Reilly. I mean, I'm almost nostalgic for the old days where he would be, Bill O'Reilly would be already getting us all nervous. Or is it Colbert?
Happy holiday, my balls.
What's that from?
That's my Bill O'Reilly.
Oh,
War on Christmas. Jason Parton says, since I just started listening to the show, can you do a small shout out to me to remind me that I sent this in? Kind of like present me leaving a note for future me. It's not really a question, but I feel like you guys can appreciate it.
I kind of do.
And he's only like 5 episodes in.
I
at
heard
the time
that.
of this writing.
And he might have been concerned that it's going to change, right?
So, Jason, I hope you're having a good 2020. That's optimistic that he gets there that fast, honestly. But I hope you don't hate us after binging us to get to this point.
And take a break from us, too, at some point.
Yeah, exactly. Listen to some murders.
And then, but you might get tired of those, too. Take it from me.
And if you're hearing this past 2020, the treasure's buried under the rock at the end of the low wall.
Well, I saw a good show like on the, I think it was History Channel or something where they people find gold.
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd like that, but these people like in England, they're like finding, all this old things and buried treasure. It's a buried treasure thing.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's like the Amazing Race.
See?
Say.
Not Tweet Bahara says, really enjoying the Andy music at the breaks. And the Josh chunks.
Well, thank you, Not Tweet Bahara.
Not Tweet Bahara also says, new ongoing character suggestion, Mike the Judgy Plumber. These vinyl pipes are shit. Who put in these 3-inch plastic valve fittings? They're shit. All your pipes got to be changed out. Did you put these in?
Well, you have that one, don't you?
That was last week's guy who came back today.
And so what's the deal?
Well, he fixed the thing that he came back to do. He was in a better mood,
That's good.
but still a big pain in the ass. Still,
Really?
Still, yes.
Did you get into it with him?
A little bit.
Do you enjoy this part of it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not really. Well, I mean, at a certain point. But no, he was stressing me out.
Oh, because he was trying to...
Well, because he was just telling me, he was pointing out all the ticking time bombs in my life.
Oh, yeah.
All the potential problems.
Give me 2 of them.
Well, he was talking about my outside because he's noticed that I had plastic piping for my irrigation system and stuff. And the plastic, the PVC, don't get started with him and that. And all you'd have to do to repipe that with the copper. And
So what does he...
he's like, it's not an if, it's a when. And I'm like, well, fucking everything about a house it's not an if, it's a when.
Right. Like the whole idea of...
Let me wait for the ticking time bomb to explode, and then we'll
Yeah,
deal with it.
it's going to be gutters at one point, right?
Huh?
Is it ever gutters? That's what my fear is.
It's been gutters at one point, yeah.
Is that because
Like I could use my gutters, could use the cleaning right now, in fact.
And so is that a business I could get into?
Gutters?
Yeah.
Do you want to clean them? You want to install them? You want to stand under them?
I kind of want to clean and install.
Okay. I've been scolded for I got like a grate thing on top of my gutters many years ago.
Well, what was it? Oh, a gray thing.
Grate, like the mesh.
Oh, I thought you said it was a grate, like G-R-E-A. Okay, and what's the point of that? So nothing gets clogged in there.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
It sounds good, but then stuff just sits on top of it.
Oh. Well, do you have homeowner friends who are castigating you? What are you doing there, dummy?
No, I don't.
That's what you'd have on the sitcom, like Irene, like Ozzie and Harriet. Lumpy would come by or something.
That was just during sweeps. Lumpy would come by.
Don't be adjusting the sound device now.
Mad City Architect says, do you guys celebrate Friendsgiving? Please say yes. I don't know what that is. No.
Oh, there's no such thing. Friendsgiving. You know what? Every day is Friendsgiving.
Is that a Friends Marathon on TV? Is that Friendsgiving?
What is Jack Ryan? And it's got to be terrible, right? Jack Ryan. Is the guy from
The Office.
The Office.
Yeah.
Why would I? There already is a Jack Reacher. If you saw a billboard and there's a guy, okay, he's a handsome guy walking down the street, why am I watching it? Why am I watching it?
It's a Tom Clancy character.
Okay, I'll watch that.
It's like Clear and Present Danger.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those. Are they good?
Hunt for Red October.
Oh, okay.
It's all the same character. It was played by Alec Baldwin, then Harrison Ford, and then Ben Affleck, I think, did it.
I'm tired of it. Did you like it?
I liked a couple of the movies. I haven't watched the show.
Oh, okay.
I liked Hunt for Red October.
Yeah, I'm not good with those movies, but I should watch one of them.
Watch the Christmas one. Luke Hawley says, Josh, Die Hard. That's a good Christmas movie.
I watched the original Die Hard.
Watch it again.
Is it Christmas themed?
Well, it takes place on Christmas.
That pretty much wraps that up. I like that.
So does Die Hard 2, for that matter.
I never knew that.
Yeah? Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, Andy. It's a big old world out there, Andy. There's a lot to this blue marble I don't know about.
Put on your bathing cap and dive in. Luke Hawley says, Josh, glad to hear you're going to be on your mom's house again. Just wondering if you think Andy could handle it. Could he stand watching the guys swim around in the septic tank? Should we find out? Starts at 8 minutes, 10 seconds. No, I don't think so. He included a video.
We don't need that. Keep the septic tanks. Keep it on the copacetic.
I'm Archie Bell, and I'm also the Drells. Says, I just started a new job at a sex shop. If there was a sex toy called the Thought Spiral, what would it do? I assume it would only be used on your wedding night.
Well, it would certainly be penetrating at all the wrong times.
The Thought Spiral sex toy would try really hard for an hour, then take a break.
Ask you how you're enjoying it.
And then answer your questions.
Am I doing it right? And answer your questions.
Derek Faraci says, koalas are going extinct. There are streets in Florida that are always underwater, and California is constantly on fire. The world is a hellscape of pain with no end in sight. So the question must be asked, what's your favorite late-night snack?
I would go with something from Sargento.
You're a cheese man late at night?
I still like the idea of Jiffy Pop.
Do you?
No. I mean, when I was a kid, I loved it.
Yeah, it was cool. And then microwaves happened.
Yeah.
What is your late-night snack of choice?
I too often go for pretzels.
Yeah.
And I'm actually in the market. I like fruit late at night. I also like bars, your ice cream bars.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a thing I'm always looking for.
Yeah.
How about you? What do you?
I like cereal. I'm not a big late night snacker, really.
But do you ever sometimes go, I can't sleep now. I haven't had enough to eat.
No, I never do that.
Oh.
I never get out of bed and eat.
Oh.
Allison does, but
Yeah.
I'll eat before going to bed, but I never wake up. I never wake up hungry.
Yeah, I do. I wake up hungry and drenched in sweat.
Yeah. With a machine on my face.
Actually, last night I slept for 8 hours.
That's good.
Which I haven't done in a long time.
Yeah.
One event.
It took me 16, but.
That's not bad. 8 out of 16. And one event per hour, which is like nothing.
One event of.
Stopping breathing per hour.
And then you got that from the readout?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
8 hours sleep, one event per hour.
Nice.
Not bad, my friend.
That's
Yeah. Fight that.
That's paptastic. So yeah, I like cereal, but I don't. Like I said, I don't eat. What I like is I kind of miss those big ass late night meals.
Oh, you mean like you would go out after like the House of Pies or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 2 a.m. breakfast in a diner is a pretty.
Yeah, those are
good
great.
thing. Yeah.
We could still do it.
We could do it tonight.
I have to leave tomorrow.
I know. I just wanted to stress you out.
You did stress me out. You made me feel like I'm not a good friend.
Yeah, you'll be disappointing me.
That's how I felt about it. I saw a place downtown called Waffles.
Yeah.
The Waffle Llama. It's called the Waffle Llama.
The Waffle Llama.
I think that's what it's called. And you
any relation to the omelet camel?
I like when your face lights up. See, now I feel like I'm making more eye contact.
Yeah, it's better. It's like real. It's like a show.
Yeah, like a person. It's like a person-to-person Art Bell.
As opposed to a guy going on a job interview for a job he doesn't want at all.
It's true. I think you're... No, all I really wanted was to do something fantastic.
Yeah, that's not going to happen tonight. Phony Beatlemania says, speaking of death, any thoughts on Gahan Wilson, the wonderfully morbid cartoonist whose passing was announced today?
What's his name?
Gahan Wilson or Gahan?
I don't know that person.
He was a New Yorker. He was a Lampoon guy. He did very funny, very dark, a lot of single panel.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. There's a lot. I mean, his stuff's about right now because he just died.
I will see that. Not S. Clay, right?
No.
Who's S. Clay? That's another San Francisco something.
I don't know. Don't change the subject.
All right, I get you. Hey, what's this thing? It's like a new paper mache, but it's not really paper, but it's not mache.
Plastic. Phony Beatlemania also says, hey guys, last week was more like Death Spiral. Am I right?
Well, first of all, I enjoy that his name is Phony Beatlemania from the song London Calling.
Good.
Phony Beatlemania has bitten the dust. Did you know?
Sounds a lot less punk when you say it.
Well, I'm not. Did you know that was what it was based on? Here comes Flo Hardy walking up the street. He's going to show you he knows something you don't know. If you tell him you did know it, then he'll lose interest.
I knew it once you said it. I didn't recognize it off the bat, but once you said it, it's from the class.
So I still have a couple of more seconds where I can go, oh, how smart I am.
Yeah, you can. Whatever gets you through the night.
It's all right.
Septic III says, Howard Cosell doing Monday Night Football with a handsy Louis Anderson and Dennis Miller.
Tonight on Monday Night Football, I'm here with the hilarious Dennis Miller. Dennis, how do you see the game developing tonight?
Howie, I see sort of a David versus Goliath situation coming out here. I think it's more like it's like of mice and men, but with helmets.
And are we supposed to go to Louis Anderson now?
Sure.
So tonight in the show, Roberto Dobie, son of Domingo, and Louis Anderson, local Los Angeles comedian. Louis.
That's funny because of how it sounds like a real boxer in place at the same time.
That's right, Louis. And may I say, I was going to say something Howard Cosell like. Thank you, Louis. John Lennon is dead again.
Rookie Karoka says in Thought Spiral 132, there was discussion of Master Folger Marie Kondo's eternal question, does it spark joy? Mm-hmm. Just how might that sound with some Thought Spiral spice added to the inflection?
Does it spark joy?
Little joyful.
It's just regular. I don't know if it sparks joy or not.
But does it spark joy?
I don't know. I just think it's it's an item. You can decide what you sell. You're joyful or not.
Is it too joyful?
I don't know. It's, around my part, these parts are just a regular item.
Is it too spicy joyful?
You might want to give it away. I don't know. Maybe do a garage sale or yard sale, something like that. But, I don't know how much joy it gives
Is it
you.
spicy? Is the spice spicy? Is all spice all the spices?
Bilal Zafar, star of Last Christmas in cinemas now, says, hi guys, can you please both give me a movie recommendation? How about Last Christmas in cinemas now? Something you've seen this year that you really love. Thanks. I don't know, what did I see that I really loved this year? I really loved parts of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but it didn't hold together as a movie, but there's a lot of great scenes in it.
Did it make you angry at any point?
Not really.
How would you compare it to the musical about Hollywood?
Which musical is that?
That's
entertainment?
No, the one, the Father of Night. Don't you know that you could smoke with the dew?
It didn't suck ass like that one.
So what's your take? If you had to make a take about him, I don't have a take on him. I'm not saying it. You have to. But would you say you love him, Quentin Tarantino?
I don't love him, no. I think he's made 2 or 3 movies that I love.
Right.
Maybe even 3 or 4 movies that I love. But I don't personally like his vibe very much. I find him, completely self-indulgent and self-reverent. And it's just not a vibe I would want to hang with.
Right, yeah.
But
he's into himself.
It's, I think there's something very postmodern about it. That it's so referential.
Right. Well, I loved Pulp Fiction. I haven't seen it since I saw it. I loved it. Maybe I saw it twice, and I loved it both times.
No, it's a terrific
so
movie.
I would like to have a movie like that was like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, well, I think he sort of tried to do that in some ways, but
is he also? He also is not conflating, but he's also liberally taking from fact and fiction, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's always tricky too to me.
I mean, not even like not even riding the line, just completely rewriting history. Yeah.
Do you sometimes do you feel like it's just
which I don't like?
Yeah,
I feel like
it's a cheat.
It's a cheat because it's a cheat as a writer. It's because these people come in as fully formed characters. Then
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't like it, and I also don't like the fact that there's like kids walking around thinking that Hitler died in a movie theater, and that now that
Yeah. Well, how about the Hitler as an imaginary friend? What was your?
I think that's a little less dangerous in terms of being bad information.
Well,
I don't think it's dangerous. Don't get me wrong.
Oh no, you don't think it's dangerous? I was wondering, like,
but I don't think it's interesting.
Right. I would think when I heard it, I was like, well, I wonder what they're doing with that.
It's like a God complex thing, It's like I'm using human history as my little
plaything,
playhouse, dollhouse,
Yeah. Plus, I don't like cheapening of Hitler.
Yes, you do.
I thought that would be a funny line.
Yeah, it's funny. Ricky Carroca is back to say my dear old dad, who might have been a PA at KTTV, swears that both Foster Brooks and Jimmy Stewart were up against Mark Thompson for the weather job. But then poker was played and phone calls were made. Still, I wonder. We've got a low pressure front with the I think with the pressure. I'll take it. I'll take it from here, Foster. Yeah. There's a marine layer looking to be forming until about 1 o'clock.
I appreciate the attention to detail that was involved in that when you said, "I'll take it from here, Foster."
Thank you. Segues are the hardest with these.
How do I get from Foster to the other guy?
Michael Lapsley says, I finally saw The Boys from Brazil, and holy shit, every movie should be this movie. Gregory Peck calling Olivier's character an infernal Jew is gold. By the way, am I the only one who noticed that none of these boys are actually from or in Brazil? It's a fair point.
Yeah, it's such a weird movie. It's such a strange movie.
Josh Caterer says, if Huell Hauser and Liza Minnelli had an argument about which one of them was more insanely enthusiastic, who would win?
That's a good one.
Well, I'm going to have to say I would win because I don't have the crashes that Miss Minnelli has. She might be able to get higher, but I can sustain it. Listen, Buster, I don't think you know the kind of power I can bring to the table here. Just belly up to the cotton candy grapes and watch me go.
I think it's unbelievable.
I think Buster was the only thing I could really hang that.
Look, Buster. I feel great.
Sous vide. SIOUXVEED.
I like that.
It's a full fan account, really. You can tell that because their caption is, I'm just here for the cotton candy grapes.
That's very cool.
Andy, did you ever watch Mr. Rogers, or were you more of a Soupy Sales guy?
I sure was a more soupy Sal's guy, and I watched no Mr. Rogers at all because it wasn't part of my childhood. It would have been odd to watch it.
Yeah.
Because I would have been too old, right?
Yeah. Unless you're one of those college, get stoned and watch Mr. Rogers kind of thing.
I do remember watching Captain Kangaroo, though.
Yeah.
So that was more my generation. I'm interested in him now because of the interest in him. Have you heard anything about that? I like the documentary a lot. I don't know anything about the movie. How it's
Allison saw it the other day.
Did she like it?
She did a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't ask me; they asked you. But I didn't. I never liked Mr. Rogers growing up.
Yes.
I remember going at like age 4, going, "No, this is for kids."
Yeah. It was a bit. Yeah. It was like. Not even, but because I wasn't old enough, I wasn't at an age where I would go, oh, I see how it's good for kids.
Right. Well, and I totally see how, how there are kids who had great use for him. I just didn't have that kind of baseline insecurity in my life that he was appealing to, I don't think.
Maybe I had Romper Room.
Yeah, probably.
I know I love Chuck McCann.
But Mr. Rogers just was so shitty after coming out after Sesame Street.
Oh, yeah, I could imagine that would be.
It was just such a letdown.
Yeah. It's hard to go back.
Yeah. Once you've seen the puppets' mouths move, you can't go back.
Well, there's a funny line there's some commercial where they're on now. Is it insurance or something? And he goes, I am not hurt. I am not hurt, by the way. It made me laugh.
Oh, what?
One of the characters goes, it's like an insurance the Muppets are doing some kind of insurance commercial or something.
Yeah.
And at one point the guy goes,
Grover, yeah.
I am not hurt. And I was like, oh, that's a funny character.
It's Grover.
Well, I don't know that much about him. So it was delightful for me.
That's good.
That doesn't mean I'm going to watch a Ricky Gervais movie because they're in it.
The Muppets are in a Ricky Gervais movie?
No, he's in a Muppets movie.
Oh, okay. Chaotic Neutral says, hey guys, have either of you tried concentrates through a volcano vaporizer? 1 dab's worth fills 4 or 5 bags of awesomeness. I recommend it highly.
I had something very similar to that when I went to the Come and Take It festival in Houston. It was like a dab thing through what he's talking about. Not a volcano, though, which would be great, but it was like a dab through a vaporizer almost. So it wasn't as coffee.
Like the thing we did on Doug's show?
Yeah, but more like a vaporizer, so it wasn't as harsh.
Ah.
Did you like that we did on Doug's show? I thought it was great.
I can't remember
I
liked it or not. Amelia Fox says, Josh, please provide a description of Andy's pupik. He's got spilkas in his Gnecticazoid.
Yeah, you would never see my pupik. Not for long.
No. It's like a black hole.
Yeah, I hide things in there. My dignity.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
I think that is. I felt it emotionally. I want to thank you, Josh, for helping me get through this podcast. And
sorry I had to confront you.
I liked it. I really did like it.
Good.
Because it helped me.
Well,
it helped me stop trying so hard. I don't realize how much I try.
Yeah.
Because I thought I learned from trying to not try, but obviously it's levels of it. So it was very nice for me.
Let's just say you're trying, all right.
And are you trying to make this into like a maxim or a... No. Oh, I'm a trying person.
Yes. That was my entendre.
That hurt. You know what I think about it? Now that I get what you were saying. Well, I just want to say I love you, Josh.
I just looked it up, and it turns out that punch in the head you gave me hurt.
I want to say I love you, and I love Allison, and have a happy Thanksgiving.
I have some housekeeping to do here, Andy. Come on, don't railroad me out my own door.
Yeah, I went too soon for it, but I got it in there. It's not Christmas yet, so I'm not going to...
It's not Christmas, but, with Christmas coming up, you could always go to Zazzle.com/thought_spiral and check out our line of T-shirts for the loved one in your life who won't have any idea what you're talking about. But order now because they don't move that fast, I got to say.
Yeah, that's right, because the thing is, if you don't order now, we may get charged further storage fees.
If you don't want to wait around for a shirt, but you still want to enrich us, go to buymeacoffee.com/thoughtspiral. If you want to just make us feel good, but don't want to spend your money to do that, go to iTunes and leave us a delightful review.
You don't have to do any of these things.
You don't have to do any of these things.
We're not
you just
required.
Want to talk to us.
Yes.
Write us at thoughtspiralshow@gmail.com.
That's a good segue. Don't forget about Chunks. It's still available.
Chunks, my album is ready for your listening. Please download it and maybe download a download certificate for someone as a gift. Thanks for listening. Next week, Andy's going to come in not caring at all, and it's going to be the best goddamn show.
You're
we've
damn
ever
right.
done.
It's next. Oh, it's going to be a while.
Say hi to your mom.
I will.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh.